High school football from across the desert Southwest is here. Varsity Blitz starts right now.
Looking to continue steamrolling the competition. Welcome into our last week of Varsity Blitz, everyone. I'm Luis Lopez.
And I'm Vanessa Gongora. We begin tonight on the Yuma side, and the area's only playoff team, Yuma Catholic, continuing to dominate as they look for their first state title since 2014.
That is right, Vanessa. To Ricky Gwynn Stadium we go. Yuma Catholic still undefeated as they welcome in the Eastmark Firebirds, the 8th seed in this tournament, for this quarterfinal matchup. We begin in the first quarter, second and three, for the Rocks at the Firebird 19. They toss it to their star back, Tate Ford, who bounces around, avoids contact, finds daylight, and then he will take it to the house for the touchdown. Shamrocks strike first in this one. They go up 7-0. Firebirds wouldn't wait long to respond, though. Very next drive on the YC 2-yard line, Eastmark hands it to Raymar Williams, who stretches in. Eastmark ties things up at 7. But if you thought that response was quick, how about the ensuing kickoff? This one will end up getting to Hunter Hancock for the return. Now he starts this off by actually stiff-arming a defender with authority, and then it is off to the races. Hancock with a massive run near the sideline, and eventually he will make it all the way to the Eastmark 1-yard line. An absolute gut punch in this prize fight. Yuma Catholic with incredible field position, and a few plays later, Dagan Dunn on the keeper pushing his way into the end zone. YC up 14-13. To the third quarter we go. Ford getting in on the toss, punishing Firebird defenders on his way to a first down. Later in the drive, Ford, they're going to take the snap here, and then on the toss, he's going to break a couple of tackles, and once again, it is going to be Ford bursting his way into the end zone for his second touchdown of the day. 21-13 Rocks after the extra point. Following possession for Eastmark, Mason Jensen firing out to the far side, but he is intercepted by Jeremiah Polk, and a huge play for the Shamrock defense. On the ensuing drive, quarterback Nash Ott taking the snap here, rolling out to his right, and that looks like that is a run by Tate Ford, but either way, ends up in a Yuma Catholic win. A big win at that. 28-13 the final score as Yuma Catholic maintains that 12-0 record. They are moving on to the semifinals.
What a game. And a chance to close out to a career with a legacy-defining moment.
Yeah, that's right. When it comes to some of the best players in the Desert Southwest, it simply doesn't get much better than Jacobo Elias.
That's right. And while he's proven to be one of the best players in program history, tonight a chance to cement his place in that history with something he has still yet to accomplish. Tess Candido, where the Sweetwater Red Devils and the Vincent Memorial Scots face off for the CIF Division 5 title. After both teams traded punts, Jacobo Elias and the Scots get cooking. Oscar Garza makes this grab for a gain of 11 and a Scots first down. On the next snap, Elias and the quarterback draw straight up the gut. Jacobo wrestled down inside Red Devil territory. Moments later, Elias rolls right and connects with Oscar Asunya again, this time for 17 yards down to the Red Devil 31-yard line. That would be the theme on this drive as Elias hits Asuna again to the Sweetwater 17. On 1st and 10, guess who? It's Elias and Asuna again for the 17-yard score. Vincent Memorial strikes first. And as for the rest of this game, we go to our KYMA Sports Director, Scott Gross.
Scott, what is the latest out there? Is it looking like Vincent's going to hoist a title tonight?
Hey, Louise. Hey, Vanessa. This one's been a wild one. Yeah, since that first score that you guys mentioned, back and forth we go. Sweetwater would answer that one on a short touchdown run, answered by the Scots on a touchdown run by Joel Cervantes. Sweetwater would answer. We were at 14-14. Sweetwater then would hold Vincent Memorial on downs near the end of the second quarter, but the Scots would get the ball back on a fumble recovery, and the defense doing a good job, and they made the Red Devils pay. It was a 36-yard touchdown with 22 seconds left in the half from Jacobo Elias to Miguel Ruiz. But then Sweetwater would almost answer back. As time expired, they got down to the 3-yard line. That's where the Scots held. And we have just started the third quarter. 21-14 Scots. It has been a wild one here in Escondido. Luis, Vanessa, I'll send it back to you.
coming up, it's time to dish out some well-earned recognition for the best of the best across the Desert Southwest. We've got some awards to hand out right after the break.
Does cooking with your old pans feel like a kitchen battle? You need Granite Stone
water, nature's ultimate cleaner. We drink it, we bathe in it. Think water, think steam, think clean. Now harness the power of water with the H2O X5 5-in-1 steam cleaning system.
I'm so impressed with the X5.
It's an all-in-one product, so I can use it throughout my entire house.
It's cleaning, it's sanitizing, there's no chemicals in it. It's just steam.
This is unbelievable. There is no more odor.
You could spend over $500 to purchase the products that the X5 5-in-1 Miracle replaces. Order your H2O X5 steam cleaning system, a $500 value, for just 4 easy payments of $43. Order now and we'll upgrade your X5 package. We'll add a 6th mode with a dusting and polishing wand. Valued at over $30, this extra bonus attachment makes your H2O X5 the H2O X6. That means your 10-piece system becomes a 12-piece system at no extra cost to you. All for just 3 easy payments of $43. Call or click right now.
What do you do when your tire goes flat and there's no air anywhere? You reach for Bullseye Pro, the smarter, faster, hands-free way to fill it up with air. Bullseye Pro is equipped with a rechargeable power plant, smart pressure sensor, and custom nozzles. It's like the power of an air compressor in the palm of your hand. Get your complete Bullseye Pro inflation system for just $79.99 and get free shipping. Plus, we'll give you a 50% discount on a second one. Order now.
You're watching Varsity Blitz, the best highlights, the best plays, continuing right now.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, still some things left to shake out when it comes to football in the Desert Southwest, with Yuma Catholic still in the mix and Holtville's title game coming up tomorrow. But again, still some good stuff.
Very much looking forward to see what happens. However, we still feel we've seen enough to dish out some awards.
However, here awards mean a bit more, as they're not just awards, they're the Blitzies.
Yep. So let's get right to it, Luis. For Offensive Player of the Year, for the Yuma side, it only goes to a 1,000-yard rusher and Yuma County senior running Tate Ford, who was instrumental in leading the Shamrocks' balanced offensive attack this season, and it showed tonight with 24 carries, Luis, for 177 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's been big for them all year. And then on the California side, our Offensive Player of the Year is Vincent Memorial's Jacobo Elias. And this season, Elias has racked up over 2,500 passing yards with 28 passing touchdowns. And then on the ground, Elias has rushed for over 1,000 yards and 10 rushing touchdowns to lead the Scots all the way to that CIF Division V title game. So, Jacobo, congratulations.
Absolutely. Now to our Defensive Player of the Year. Once again, we're going back to the Yuma side. So the other side of the ball, Defensive Player of the Year is Yuma Catholic's Rocky Stallworth. The junior has been tackling machine in the middle of their defense, racking up over 120 total tackles and 6 tackles for loss, with 7 forced fumbles and 2 fumble recoveries. Congratulations.
Yeah, keeping up the Stallworth tradition there. And now to our Imperial Valley Defensive Player of the Year. And it's someone who's delivered time after time. Brawley senior linebacker Christopher Camillo. Camillo amassed 93 total tackles on the year to go along with 3.5 sacks. Those 93 tackles, by the way, good for 6th in all of San Diego section Division II. There wasn't a single player in the Valley, at least in that Division II section, above him. So, Christopher, congrats on a fantastic season, my man.
Absolutely. Now we're going to move on to Coach of the Year. Yuma County Coach of the Year is going to Rhett Stallworth and the coaching staff at Yuma Catholic. The Shamrocks lost 3-year starter quarterback Richard Stallworth, and then they said, hey, we're turning over the keys to sophomore Nash Ott and the running game, which has just taken off. And then on defense, lost D1 recruit Jackson Jones to an injury, but all the Rocks did was put up an undefeated regular season and the #1 ranking in the Class 4A. Also, they are one of the smallest schools in 4A, but that did not mean anything.
Yeah, still getting the job done. And last but certainly not least, the Imperial Valley Coach of the Year, and this one actually going to a whole staff. The Vincent Memorial Scots, regardless of the result tonight, have accomplished a lot this season. Led by head coach David Wong and assistant coach Fernando Santana, a 9-3 record entering today and the #1 overall seed in the San Diego Section D5 playoffs, giving them a chance to win their first CIF title game since 2017. So congrats to the Scots on an amazing season.
Yes, so lots of awards there, but I mean, congratulations to all of the teams, because you guys have been doing nothing but great things out there and just showing the Desert Southwest what you guys can do.
Yeah, really a lot of impressive campaigns this year. Jacobo, I think we kind of expected that it was going to be a very big year for him, but still, I mean, you know, you have those expectations on your shoulders, and sometimes it doesn't exactly pan out, but you know what? He's looking fantastic. You know what he looks like?
He overcomes the adversity.
He looks like a Latino Lamar Jackson out there. That's really what he looks like. He's so amazing. He does it with his arm. He does it with his legs. He gets the job done. And you know what? I'm very happy that he's finally also turning it into a little bit more winning this season, because he's had success in the past, but it hasn't necessarily led to titles. And now he gets that chance, and things are looking good for Vincent right now.
I had the chance to speak to him last year while they're in San Diego as well, and he's just a great kid overall. So.
Yeah, very, very happy for him. And then here on the Yuma side, Yuma Catholic doing very big things. I mean, we've talked about it all year.
Do we expect anything less, though?
I mean, we really don't, but still, you know, you look at some of the things that happened to them this past offseason, or rather not happened to them, but that they had to deal with.
Right, right.
I mean, you know, you lose your quarterback, and not just any quarterback. Richard Starworth literally set a Arizona State record for all-time passing yards. There's nobody in the state of Arizona that's thrown more passing yards than he has.
Right.
And you have to, you know, I don't want to say replace that, because it's very hard to replace a player like that.
The Stallworth family is just out there kicking butt.
They really are, yeah. They were represented very well in the awards show tonight, and usually that's something that's probably going to happen every year. But again, obviously we know that Yuma Catholic is the premier program in Yuma, but like I said earlier, you know, sometimes you have expectations and it doesn't work out, but they've thrived this season, and Nash Ott has done an incredible job as a sophomore stepping in for Richard.
Now he just has so much more time to grow. Yeah. And it's just incredible just seeing what he's done already.
Yeah, that's a very fun thing to think about. You know, again, he's only a sophomore, so there's even more time to develop, more time to be put in the weight room. He's going to get stronger, and obviously, hey, experience is the best teacher, so that's going to be a great thing for him.
Tate Ford connect like no other out there.
Yeah, Tate Ford looking like a Ford truck out there when he's running the ball. Yeah, absolutely amazing.
He's dominating, but. I don't know. There's not much to say about Yuma Catholic. They just are an amazing team. So.
Yeah, they really are. You know, they're the premier program for a reason. They get a lot of talent, and they know what to do with it. Sometimes teams just don't know what to do with it. So that is definitely a very big factor
there. They roll
there.
with the punches, that's for sure.
They really do. They really do. And this is not to disrespect any of the other Yuma teams. Obviously, there's a lot of programs still putting in good work out there, and I'm sure they're hoping for better days ahead of them, especially over in like San Pasqual, for example. I know their coach, Miguel Rivas, has done a really good job kind of inspiring some of those kids to hopefully get them to stick with the program. I know that's been an issue for them in the past.
Nantalip's coach has been coming in and changing the whole program.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, double their wins from last season, which is huge. So
yeah, that is no small feat. I know a lot of people may think it's not a lot, but really, when you're working with the same kids every year and you're able to double that win total, whatever it was from the season before, that is a very impressive accomplishment there.
Well, that does it for the last show of Varsity Blitz. Thank you all for tuning in as we highlight the best teams throughout the Desert Southwest.
Yes, of course, and a big congrats to Vincent Memorial and Yuma Catholic on amazing seasons so far, and hey, we're going to keep covering them the further they go. Yes. So again, hopefully we have a lot more good news to give you here in the future.
So we love seeing our local teams fight and thrive to bring home that trophy. Of course, we still have Hopeville playing tomorrow in their championship game, so stay tuned tomorrow to see how that game ended.
Yeah, I'm Luis Lopez for Vanessa Gongora. Once again, thank you everyone out there who tuned in each and every week for Varsity Blitz. We hope you have a great evening. Stay safe out there.